Hello Exiles, it's Alpha Count here on the eve of the launch of the new expansion pack for Path of Exile, the Atlas of Worlds. Now, it's a really exciting expansion pack launching in about, 3.5 hours Australia time, but one big change that is coming with this expansion is of course the massive nerf to cast on critical strike. Now, they look like massive nerfs, it still might be viable, but one thing's for sure is that it is highly unlikely that Cast on Crit will ever be anything close to the crazy ridiculous graphics card frying level that it has been for a long time. So to commemorate this awesomeness, I am going to take my really fun character, Cast on Crit, Quill Rain, Spark, Ethereal Knives, on one last map run before retiring, and probably for good. And special thanks goes of course to Shaard, first and foremost, for his amazing guide, which was the basis of this build. I added a few extra items that I collected in Prophecy and have not had this much fun on any other build that I've played in my 2-year Path of Exile career. And yeah, I'll take you through the mechanics of how it is now as a little snapshot for how things are working at the end of 2.3. Pretty basic talent tree, stack as much projectile speed and damage as is viably possible. This is actually an assassin who hasn't gotten his final ascendancy, so he could be even more powerful, although you will definitely get the gist of the build without those final ascendancies. And what's really been fun as well is stacking an additional 3 volley fire gems for a lot more barrage firing action, as you can see. So the premise of the build is a tri-curse build along with anti-hexproof, thanks to Cosbury's Wield, which has been fantastic. And the curses I'm using are Warlord's Mark in Blasphemy for when they get up close and single target damage, along with Assassin's Mark and Poacher's Mark. Now I've chosen these two because they offer excellent defense in the form of recovering from Reflect, which has been the only thing that's come close to killing me in the past few levels. Instant life and mana back on hit is really handy for off-screening mobs, along with life and mana gain on kill, as well as the extra speedy charge gaining from my auras, which have curse on hit, my heralds, sorry. Innovate, I actually had in a previous chroming of this bow, I swapped it with another World's Mark for extra safety, although Innovate's been, pretty much good enough. Helmet, I've got the Devoter's Devotion with my cast when damage taken, and Summon Skeletons, which has been really handy, along with Immortal Core. These really keep mobs off of you in a single target situation, as well as just in general distracting them, keeping them at bay. Cosbury's Will, star of the build, cast on crit with barrage, increased critical strikes, pierce, and these 2 projectile-based damage spells. Some really nice rings here, high resistance, unfortunately not the highest life, an amazing amulet. I'm very lucky, this only took about 36 amulets to get the +1 corrupted curse on the fated unique of the Kuroi charge. Really fun amulet. Drill neck without any extra arrow corruption to keep the pierce and therefore the pierce damage multiplier as well. Quill Rain, 6 linked, Shadows and Dust, super awesome for fast clearing. The speed gains are really fun. I have a Headhunter. I'm very lucky to have chanced this within the last 3 hours of Prophecy. I just sold all my stuff and bought about 8x worth of Scour and Chance Orbs and was able to get one just from entering a map with the Nemesis mod. I have a Serious Step, which really helps with the reflect damage issue, although Brinerot Whalers have been really cool as well for the additional projectile damage. It is all about projectile damage, and here's a really good spare belt, because I'm actually not res capped on this character with this setup, but we'll be right with the maps that we're running and the Headhunter to back us up. So then, Cast on Crit, it has been a fantastic journey, but I think it's time to say goodbye on a fun note. So let's craft one more map. Once more onto the breach. Here we go. We don't want magic, we want rare monsters, so let's roll for some rares. Wow, that looks really cool. I'm loving it. Nemesis and additional rares and magic monsters, that is fantastic. So, Flask as well, Serious Promise, Legacy Surgeon's Flask of Warding, Legacy Quicksilver Flask, just for additional quality of life, no real big deal, and a Bubbling Hallowed of Anti-Freeze because running out of mana really sucks even if it's for a few seconds. And you know what, let's time this as well just for kicks, so I'll get Live Split ready as well. Cool. Here we go, I'll start the timer as soon as I start moving, so I'm going first. One thing I love about this build is how I just run around, tap shift now and then, tap blink arrow and my flask now and then, and we're good to go. Once more into the breach. Here we go. So hope you'll get a few red mobs early on to really get things moving. Whoa, that was close, but we didn't have a lot of charges that was really right. And let's get running. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Atlas of Worlds. I actually I enjoy multiplayer for Exile in the racing sense. I do a lot of races that I've been doing for a few seasons, but we'll see how the end game has been adjusted. Really cool for off-screening mobs, especially in a narrow area like this. The sparks bounce off of, that's what the speed really shows the speed so I have a GTX 960, which is pretty good at picking up frame rates. And that's time. 128. And 16 monsters remaining. There you go. So I don't think anything super dropped on the way back, but I'll just grab another look. But yeah, this is the way it is on the... what date is it here? 3rd of September, Saturday night. And yeah. All the best everyone for the new league and the new coming race seasons, which I particularly love. And Cast on Critical Strike, it has been a fantastic journey, but now is the time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the new league and in the new race season as soon as it pops up. And I hope you all have excellent drops, excellent RNGs, and not too many rips in the new league. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you again soon.